Welcome to Python for Introductory Statistics. In this video, we will learn how to use the Pandas library to do some statistical analysis. Let's look at this example. The age of the US senators as of 2021 is given below. Perform descriptive data analysis with Pandas. So let's go ahead and copy this. We're going to need the data as always. And let's go to Google Colab. I'm going to just search here for Colab, COLAB. Usually it's the first on the search list. And let's start with a new notebook. Remember, you need to log in order to run programs with your Google account. All right. So first, we're going to import this library. We're not going to use NumPy. We're going to use Pandas. Pandas is another important library in Python, very useful for data analysis, and we will import it as PD. It's very common to import it as PD. Now let's bring our data. Right? I'm going to control paste it here. Right? So now, unlike NumPy, Pandas requires us to first save it or convert it, the data, into a data frame. So let's call this x underscore df. This is the name of the variable. And then pd dot data frame, right? Both d and f need to be uppercase. And then we're going to provide the name of the column. There's only one column now in this case. We can call it age. And the data is in x. And what this does is it brings all this variable into a spreadsheet type where there will be columns and rows. And we can look at it by using the function called head. What it does is it will print the top five of this data. So if we run this, it will print out and it will show us just the data. We're not doing any analysis yet. So there it is. Remember, in Pandas, it doesn't start in Python. It starts from 0, not from 1. So we count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now let's do some analysis. So the first analysis we're going to do is descriptive analysis. And for that, we're going to call the X. So we do not need to write PD this time. We just need to write the data frame where the data is. And then we're going to call describe. And this describe function will give us the mean, mode, median, maybe not mode, but the essential variables. The count, the 100 senators, the mean is 62.55 standard deviation, the minimum, the 25th percentile, 50th percentile, 75th percentile, and the maximum. So this is very good way of getting to the point. Now let's add one more, and that is mode. Remember, NumPy doesn't have a mode function, but Pandas has a mode, and if there's multiple mode, it will show. In this case, there's only one value. 59 is the most common or the most repeated age in the senators. But if there was more, they will list all of it. And then one last thing that we can do is we could do a box plot. So we could do a box plot. Maybe we should do that on a different notebook, but let's go ahead and try it here. All right, so let's start, as always, we'll start with the name of the data frame, and then we'll do box plot. And now in this case, we're gonna have to call the name of the column. And in this case, it's age. So we wanted a box plot of age. And as always, we wanted this to be false because vertical is not a good way to read it. It's much easier to read this way. So here is a box plot directly. And we can add the titles and the everything else if we need to, but this is probably enough for now.